let's get started. Okay, I have a little music in the background. Step and tap to side to side. So picking up your feet on the carpet. And then tap your foot back behind. Keep going. I'm just going to make sure things are plugged in. It seems a little loose. Heel comes up behind. Boom, 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 boom. So lubricating our knees. Waking up our body. So I must have slept on my back wrong. It's better as I was getting things set up for class. It kind of worked itself out. So you may be a little stiff here and there, but let's get you warmed up. Reach forward. Tap your toe in front. So I'm pulling my elbows back, tapping my toe. Now turn your palms up and pull the elbows in. Change the feet to the heel in front and the toe comes up. So just moving gently from side to side. So whichever leg is out, that's the side the arms pass by. So I'm just swinging my arms, doing a little cross the body stuff. Let's make it a low kick. And if you want to use your steppers, use your steppers. So a little kick ball change. You're going to kick the right foot, step on the ball of the left foot, and then change back to the other side. So here it is. Kick, ball, change. Kick, step on the ball of the right foot, step back on your left foot. Kick, ball, change. I'm up on the ball of my back foot. I'm kicking forward, letting the legs swing back. So a little balance exchange here. Now let's see if we can do this a little faster, shall we? Kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change. Same thing we were doing before, just a wee bit faster. And you march in place. Left foot does the kick, the ball change. Kick, ball, change. Kick forward, step on the ball of the foot, change onto the front foot. How about that? Zipper zipped, posture up. Okay, we're going to take the tempo a little faster. Pivot. Kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change. Let's bring a little energy into our bodies. Last 4, 3, march with your right foot. Marching wide. Tap, tap. Lean from side to side as we go into a little bit of what I call dynamic balance, practicing not falling over. 1, 2, then hold on 3. 1, 2, hold on 3. 1, 2, hold on 3. Remember, balance emanates from your core. Yeah. Can you lift that foot that you're leaving? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, feet apart, and you feel those hips waking up. Stay a little longer on the next time. Just stay there. And then when you're ready, you go to the other leg and stay there. Now, should it happen that you do this and then kind of do this, that's what I mean by practicing not falling over. So learning that recovery in a safe space. Remember, you go to the other leg when you're ready, not when gravity says you should do it. Okay, hold the feet apart. Now move those hips around. That should feel good. Move the hips off this way. Both knees will bend. Top shoulder back. Down on your thigh. Maybe you want to reach up. That feels okay for your arm. You don't have to. You could leave it here. Other side. Both knees bend. Hips shift out, top shoulder is back. Ugh. Okay, let's do a little hamstring stretch. So that can be standing with your toe up and your hips going back. You might want to elevate the leg. So it's just a gentle back up your hips. I do kind of moan and groan in the morning, don't you think? Roll myself up, and then I'll do the other side. The toe is up, the hips are back, the chest goes forward. And make sure you're square onto that leg. If you turn, it's a different area. Roll yourself up. Let's do a little warm up for those shoulders. My knees are bent. I'm getting in my stance as I add an elbow to do some squats following this. So if you like your feet a little closer or a little further apart, set them up. How about that arm all the way up and around? You don't want to go to pain, but you want to see what is the range of motion I have today. And then take both arms behind you, grab the hands, lace the fingers, and hold the arms up off your bum. Hold it up, and then feel the front of your shoulders with your knees bent and your belly sucked in. Well, this could be like the end of our class, and then we'd be good to go. That's all that you did, that would be fine. But you know, when I brushed my teeth, I came up with some patterns, so that's what we'll be working for today. Okay, squats. So my hands are on my thighs. As I bend the knees, I'm going to also bend the elbows and lift back up. Coming here, not going past there. As I come up, make sure I come all the way up. Remember I said when I go to class and I stand in the back of the classes that I take, I see people do this. They don't ever quite get up to the top, so make sure you're getting those glutes engaged, and down and up. Eyes are forward, not looking down. Now to save that knee pressure, push your hips back. It's as if you were going to sit down and then come right back up. Yeah, we call them the touch and goes, right? If your hands aren't necessary to give support to the back, you can bring them forward. I've taken to put my elbows on my thighs to make me do a little deeper squat than I might otherwise do. I might just go here. But if my elbows have to come down, it encourages me to go deeper. Let's do 2 more of these. Now you're going to stay up and raise your heels up and down a few times. Zipper zipped, remember, a little balance from the core. Ankle circles on the floor, in the air, with your hands if you wish. Other side. I was at a doctor's appointment yesterday, and he said, "Can you stand on one foot?" And I went, "Yeah, I do it every day." Okay, let's go back to that step touch from side to side. This is the start of the combo. Now we'll need some space, so why don't we just do a couple of steps each way to see how much room. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. You got that much space? If not, take a smaller stride. How about 4 steps? Do you have enough to do 4? 3, to the other side. Be conscientious, pick up your feet, you're just measuring. Maybe you need to kind of move on a diagonal. I'm not sure how much space you have, but we don't need you bumping into your furniture. Last time, back for 4. Now single side to side. So what will happen is we'll do 4 step touches. Then we'll do a step, touch our foot in front and touch our foot behind. and one grapevine, which is ultimately a two-step. Oh, we could do this. Let's start counting the step touches, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. Left foot comes up, tap in front, tap in back. Here's your grapevine, and stay right here, march. So do you remember grapevines? It's like a two-step. Step touch side to side. So we do 4 of the step touches, then we step on the right, bring the left foot up in front once, and then behind and do my grapevine or two-step. Not so bad. Count your 4s. 1, 2, 3, step touch foot in front, behind. Now go to a grapevine and march right here. So right now we're practicing on the right foot. Let's try the 4th step touch. Let's go. Step touch your foot in front, behind, and grapevine and march. We'll do that one more time. Instead of my arms swinging, I'm going to reach them forward and pull them back. Step touch, 4. Touch your foot in front, then behind. Now go grapevine. Now lateral lunge, so that's the next part. So you see I'm modifying a little. Here's my lateral view for you. Hips going back, very much like our squat, but stepping laterally and putting a little more weight on that moving leg. So in this one, we do 3 lateral lunges, and on the 4th one, we step over. Or maybe it's 2 and step over on 3. Let's see, here it is. 1, 2, 1 more, now step over. Step touch. Yes, it's 3 lateral lunges and then step over on 4. Everybody on the left foot, let's do that. 4-step touch. Tap your foot in front and behind and grapevine. Here it is, count 4. Touch your foot in front, right foot front and back, grapevine. March on your left foot. It's okay, it's the left foot. Step touch, we do 4 of these. Then step left, touch your right foot in front and behind, and then do the grapevine. We're just practicing, so we'll do that a couple more times. This time my arms will reach and pull. Step touch. Step touch your foot in front, then behind, then grapevine. Tap and march right here. So we'll do this one more time. Then we'll add the lateral lunges. Step touch. 4, 3, 2, step touch your foot in front, behind, here's your grapevine, and here's your lateral lunge. So you see I'm starting modestly. Good thing I warmed up my hips, huh? And gave them a stretch. So profile view reminds you that I'm not stepping forward, I'm not stepping back, I'm stepping out to the side. And if this bothers your back, use your hands for support like we did in our squats. 2 more. Now the next one, step over. Step touch. We're back on the right side. It's a miracle, I tell you. 4 step touch with a reach pull. Step tap your foot in front, then behind. 1 grapevine. Lateral lunge. Here they are. 4, 3. Ready to step over. Step touch. 3, 2, 1. Step touch front, back, lateral lunge to your left. There's 4 of these. Get deep as you can. Step over, last one. Step touch. Touch your foot in front and behind. Do the grapevine. Lateral lunge. 4, 3, 2. Raises your heart rate. Step over. Reach. 2. Step in front, step in back, grapevine, lateral lunge. Not too complicated, huh? 2 more, so make a bigger work out of it. Step over. Step touch 4. Touch your foot in front, then behind. Now go grapevine. Lateral lunge, way down there. 2 more. Step over. Step touch. Step tap your right foot front and back. Do the grapevine, lateral lunge. Now you're gonna step over. One more time to the right, to the left. There's another part. Step, tap front, tap back. Now go. Lateral lunge. Come on down. One more, you're gonna step over. Step, touch, lift. Now touch your foot in front and behind, and a grapevine, lateral lunge. Come on, challenge yourself here. Heart rate going up. Step over. All right, march here. My heart rate's going up. How's yours? Part 2, you know this. 4 kicks forward. 4 kicks sideways. 4 kicks back ways with your hips engaged. 4 kicks sideways. Let's do it again, just the feet. Side kick. Now the back kick, I think, is the most important. Squeeze your tush. Side kick. Now the arms can complicate. Kick forward, arms up or forward. Side kick, first time we sweep them. Kicking back, we push back, kick into our triceps. Last side kick, we clap our hands. Kick forward. Side kick, sweep. Back kick, push. Side kick, clap. Now you can zip this up a little. As you kick, you can put a little hop in it. Side kick. Back kick. Side kick, then clap. One more time, kicking forward. Now this we add on after the lateral lunges on each side. Push back. Side kick and clap. So we're gonna start from the beginning. Step, touch, right. There's 4 of these. Tap your foot in front, then in back. Now 1 grapevine, lateral lunge. Now after I step over, I'm gonna do my kick forward. Step over, left foot kicks. Side kick. Then I do a back kick and I push. Squeeze your tush. Side kick, then clap your hands. Step, touch, right, left. We're at the beginning on the other side, right? Step, touch in front and in back. Now go grapevine, lateral lunge. 2 more. I step over, kick my right foot forward. Here's part 2. Side kick. Stay focused. Push back. Side kick, then clap your hands. 4. Step, touch to your right. We're at the beginning, eh? Step, touch your foot in front, then in back, and 1 grapevine. Lateral lunge. Come on, get down. Next one, step over. Left foot kicks forward. Hey! Side kick and sweep. Belly strong. Push back, squeeze bum. Side kick, then clap your hands. Hey, we're at the beginning on the left side. Step, touch. Step, tap your foot in front, then behind. Go grapevine. Lateral lunge. Head up. Step over. Kick forward. Right leg. Woo! Side kick with a sweep. Back kick with a push. Side kick, then clap your hands. Open, close. Step, touch. Last time through, we'll take a little water break. Touch your foot in front and back. Go grapevine. Lateral lunge. Ooh. Next one, step over. Left foot kicks. Hey. Side sweep. Back push. Side kick, then clap your hands. Stand tall. Step touch left side. Water break coming. Step touch front and back. Go grapevine. Lateral lunge. Hang in there. 2 more. Step over, kick right, sweep kick side, back kick push, side kick, then clap your hands, 4, 3, and 2, a little water break. Okay, where's my water? It's over here. Where's your water? Water, water, water. So if you have a device, you can check your heart rate. Good. I'm up a little. And if you don't have a device, you can just ascertain by perception of exertion. So if you assigned a 1 to 10 value, 1 means you're sitting in the chair watching. Hopefully you're not doing that. 10 means you're doing way too much. Don't need to do that. But somewhere like 4, 5, 6, 7s are good. Okay, so we're going to do some knee pulls. So that's going to be a repeater of this motion. And because we're not doing it in a combo, if you wanted to pick up a weight and do it with a weight, it's a bit much more for your core. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to see if that's too much for me today, given that I woke up with a cranky back, although she feels good now. So I'll be stepping on my right foot, and my left foot is the working foot. As I lean forward, the knee will come up, the foot that's moving up to the standing knee. Now when that foot goes back, put as little weight on it as possible. Standing knee will be bent, so you got a lot of work on your stabilizing leg. Now you can use your arms with or without the weight. So when the leg is back, the arms are out. When the knee is in, the arms are in. So what do you think? Here we go. Come on. 8 more. 4 more. Pause. Have that work out. If you don't want the weight, put it down. If you think you might like to try it, pick it up. Stand on your left foot. Back toe. Lean forward. Zip your zipper. Arms forward. Ready or not, here we go. Eight more. We're going to go back to the first side without a break in 4. Other side. Eight more. We're going to go the second side without a break. In 4. Switch sides. Last 8. Last 4. Okay, if you have a weight, put it down. Feel that intensity. Walking around helps you bring that blood back up to your brain. But if you ever feel dizzy, it would be good to sit down rather than fall down. Okay, left hand, right leg, lift, and lift, and lift. Profile view. Let's assess. If I had a weight in my arm that's going up, shoulder press. Now remember, not directly over the head. I mean, you can, you don't need to. And then what's happening here? Abduction. And what's happening here? Stabilization, which comes from the core. I think it's a win all the way around. Now, do you have to use weight? You don't, but I will. You should feel your heart rate coming down. Now the palm can be forward or inward. Zip your zipper, 2 sats. If you're using weight, you determine it's not appropriate, you put it down. Low. 8 more on this side. Do what you can. take a break between, get set up on the other side. Okay. And you may have felt like, wow, that was a lot with the weight, and you decide to put it down. Or you may say, I did well, I think I'm gonna load it. So your choice. Hand, hand, foot, zipper. Here we go. I got 8 more, then I'm gonna go right to the other side without a break. So I got 4 more, then I'm gonna make that quick switch. You decide whether to keep the weight or to put it down. Other side. Pull your belly in. I'm going to finish my 8, then I'll do the second set for the last time. Good to know where the finish line is. 4 more. All right, make that quick change, finish it up, finish strong. Zip your zipper. You can do this. Last 8, come on, work on that balance, lift that leg. Stamina. Last 4. 2 more. And we're done. Put your weight down, walk around. Yeah, so you're walking around, lubricating through your hips. If you have tubing, pick up your tubing. If you don't have tubing, you don't need anything. If you want water, get water. Okay, we're gonna stay standing. You can do this seated. So I have my handles. This is my usual grip. That's my usual grip. And see how close it is? Hey, I'm color coordinated today. That rarely happens. So I'm gonna turn, showing you the side. 1 foot will be forward. I'll rock forward. Then I'll bend the front knee for balance, and my back heel comes down. Do you see all my toes are going forward? That back foot didn't turn in. My hands start at my chest and finish at my chest. My elbows try and touch. When I shift forward, arms reach out. If this is bothersome to your shoulder, you're welcome to go forward because the work phase is the pull back. I'm going slow enough I can ascertain good form. Now I'm going faster. It's the pull. Eight more. I'm going to do the other leg. If you don't have a tubing, you're just doing the same movement with your arms, retracting your shoulder blades. Here's my last one. Now you can just stay here and switch your legs. I'm going to turn the other way. So relax my hands. Let's see, how do the shoulders feel? Do you remember the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight? Here we go. Eight more. Four more. Okay, face me. We'll do 2 more sets. And your knees will be bent. Now, the issue with standing in this is when you're here, this can kind of happen. It doesn't tend to happen here because your body will stay more stable. This one you have to really work on your stability that the hips don't thrust forward. Relax your hands. The knees are bent, the belly is in. We do 16 pulls. See, the knees are bent. Think you're trying to touch the elbows together behind you. One more set of 8. And I'm going to call it good. Notice my improved posture. Put my tubing down. Grab a weight, possibly. So we have done this before. It's usually done with a thing called a kettlebell. So you have to be really careful not to let go. Though I will tell you, when I was in my class down in the desert, there was a woman who, when she put her arm up and let go of the weight and then grabbed it. Don't do that. I was really impressed. But we're not doing that. We're going to either hold at the middle, or you can hold at the end of the dumbbell. You do a squat. Now when you come up, you squeeze from your glutes, you keep your abs in, and you let that weight fly up without letting your hips thrust forward too far, and then control coming down. Now I have a lamp up here, so I was very careful. I didn't hit my lamp. Let's try it slow, because it's not done slowly. So the hips are back, and you kind of throw it up, and then you control it down. So you see there's really more work on the down phase, and this hand is here lending support to my back. You don't have to use it. Up, up. It's all about right down here, squeeze. Let's see if we could do this a little faster without swinging it too much. Up, 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 up. Last one. And switch your arms. Now assess your back. Determine whether you should do this with a lighter weight or nothing at all. Just get the mechanics of it. Okay, do the other arm. Careful your hips aren't thrusting forward. Can you see mine are stopping? Okay, let's go a little faster. Up. One more. Okay, let's rest, put the weight down. No weights, no tubing, just you and me. Are you still with me? Okay, so this one we usually do sometimes in the chair. This is a knee across and a knee across. Then the other side. Ascertain, what are we doing? Element of balance, transversus abdominis, and a bit of obliques, right? So as I'm coming across, you see my shirt does this. So if that doesn't feel good to your back, no twist, raise the leg, move the elbow in. Okay, so we'll do this a couple of times. If you'd rather sit down in the chair, be my guest. Left arm up. Right knee in, we go. Variation for intensity, arm reaches higher, elbow pulls down across the outside. So either the bent elbow or the high arm. Last two. All right, let's set up on the other side. So this is the simplified, modified variation. Left knee comes. Zip your zipper. Breathe. Now if you want to intensify, raise the arm fully extended. Pull it more toward the outer side of your moving thigh. Oh yeah. Let's go for 4 more. All right, water if you need it, and bring your chairs, and we're gonna go to a little more hip extension. Oh, there's weight on my chair. Is this going to be my extra workout? So I'm going to be set up and make sure whatever is behind you is way behind you. I wouldn't want to be here. I'd kick my couch. So I need to have a zipper. My standing knees will be bent, and I can either lean on my hands or on my forearms. Caution, don't turn into a rounded individual. Stick out your chest, keep those rhomboids engaged. So my knees are bent, toe is back. It is a straight leg lift. So my heel goes up and my toe comes down. Here we go. Keep your chin up. Check your standing knee is bent for your last 4. Think ahead, we're going to change legs. And that back leg, knee is very straight. Okay, switch your legs. Back leg straight, front knee a little bent. Torso is quiet, still, strong, grounded. You should feel your tush squeezing. Four more, we go back to the first side for the second set. Here it is, switch legs, lift. Square your shoulders, toe down, heel up. Zip your zipper. Try hard. Last 4, we go the second set, second side. Okay, here it is, stamina. Is your standing knee bent still? It's okay if you feel your back. It is working for you to stabilize so it doesn't go up and down. Oh, let's just do 4 more because I'm just thinking of it. Last 4, 3, 2. We're going to take a seat and you'll want your weight. So if you feel this back here, that's not necessarily unexpected. You could do a little of this. You're actually working to strengthen. Okay, I'll face you. You face me. And you take a seat without plopping. How are you doing? All right. So I'm going to use my weights, but you can use tubing. They go under your feet. This is a bicep curl. Do 2 sets of 16 with both arms. Now you can do this standing. It requires a little more, so if you want to do the standing option, you can stand thus, or you can split those legs, and you're going to control. Remember, the grip on your weights, for those of us using them, is minimal. And this is the hammerhead, a little easier for wrist issues. Palms forward, a little more tradition. Stay up nice and tall. Here we go. Eight more. Now we're going to hold it up and pulse for 3, then down. 1, 2, 3, down, but don't let it swing. Control the down, just like we did with that mock kettlebell thrust. 1, 2, 3, a little pump. Using fewer muscle fibers. So I read something interesting as we age. You know, we all have our certain percentages of fast twitch. So that's a sprinter, or a slow twitch, that's a marathon runner. Muscles We all have our own proportions. That's why some people like to sprint. They just have more short twitch. But what's interesting as we age, since we don't use the fast twitch perhaps as much, is some of the slow twitch muscles start converting themselves. What? Things they're learning about our body. So we want to use our muscles. We want to challenge our muscles. Are you being challenged? Okay, I'm going to finish up and down for 8 times and then we'll take a break. So stay with it. 8 of these. 7. 6. If you have light weights, this is easy peasy. 4. 3. 2, and I may be off, but that's how I count, not very well. I'm going to set my weights down and rest my hands. Okay, I'm going to use the back of the chair, so I'm going to scoot back. Now for some, your feet may not touch depending on you and your chair. So if you want, you could put your weights under your feet. Because you're going to engage your core, make sure the back is touching the back of your chair. If you're not using a back in your chair, which you should have one, then you're just going to sit up nice and tall. So it's the right leg doing this, fully extending straight. I'm just going to rest my arms. They did some nice work there. So my belly is in, my back is up, and that may be different. Your body may say, but I prefer to sit this way. It's what I do when I'm eating. So I'm just straightening my leg at the knee joint. And if you wanted to put a hand on your thigh and feel those muscles and appreciate those muscles. So it's just a straighten the leg and bend the knee. Now I'm going to keep the leg straight and lift it up straight, kind of like what I did behind. Oh, isn't that fun? Tight belly. Feel the back of your chair. The knee is straight. 4 more. Now you should feel those quads and be happy to rest that leg, and your body kind of goes, yeah, everything wants to rest, Karen. Well, get yourself zipped up, get yourself upright, tighten, let's do the left leg. So the good news is we only have to do the left leg. So remember, it's this motion. The bad news is we need to do the left leg. Keep your belly in. You can monitor by using your hands. It's not swinging. My foot is just coming down on the floor. And again, if you can't feel the floor, you can put your weights under there. That way it's elevated properly. I'm about ready to do my straight leg lift, which is really a whole lot of fun. Okay, hold it up and lift it. Stay with me. I'll do it if you do it. Last 8, 7, 6, straight knee. 4, 3, we're going to stand up and stretch, option 1, or be careful of where your weights are. Option 2, swing to the side. See where my knee is relative to my foot. Make sure this isn't turned out. And you push your tush and lift your chest and lean back. Or I'm going to stand up, do this. Or you can take the opposite hand, grab your foot. Now if you do grab the opposite foot, if you're comfortable with this, make sure you don't stay here. You take the foot and pull it back behind the corresponding bum of the leg you're using. So if you could grab it with the same arm, that would be the same thing. All right, do your other leg. If you're in the chair, spin yourself around. If you're doing this one, hips, chest, accommodate till you get relief in that thigh. If you're going to do the cross behind, grab the foot, stand up, move the foot to the bum. So if you're doing the hold your foot up one, can you see I brought it over here, I moved it back, And it's not in front, it's back. That's where I get that quad stretch. Stand up. Okay, triceps, and I'm going to leave it to you whether you want the free weight or the tubing, and if you want to sit or stand. If you're going to do the tubing, let me give you this other variation. You could always do this one. I love this one. I find it very effective and safe for shoulders. Otherwise, I'm going to do this. And you see back here is the tail. So I just hold on to it. Both elbows are bent, then both elbows go straight. So that's another one you could do. Or if you say, because we're going to do 2 sets, 1 for each arm, and if you're doing this one, we just switch. And if you'd rather do this one, the kickback, you could use a chair, a counter, and it's this one. Yeah, so be very controlled in any variation. I don't know what to do. I'll just do this one. Say you got you. Okay. So we really don't need to count for these. You're looking for a full extension, that full straightening of the elbow with a neutral wrist. Even if you're doing this one, you have that neutral wrist. This one's not for everybody. That's a little problematic for some people who have neck issues or shoulder issues. So this one's always safe. Make it smooth. If you're using tubing, it tends to slingshot back, and you're missing part of the fun. Couple more. Now you're just going to pulse. So if you have the free weight, you're just pulsing up, trying to straighten the elbow. Oh my gosh, 4, 3, 2. I've hit fatigue again. Let's go ahead and stretch that arm. If you've got a weight, carefully remove it and then give yourself that. If you didn't feel that, what the heck were you doing? We're supposed to be doing our triceps. All right, other side. So I'm going to do this one because that's what I did on the first side, but if you're going to do this one, the setup is hand in with the palm on the handle, grab behind, and do it this way. So the benefits of doing that one, you get 2 arms. Everybody doing their thing, do your thing. Do your thing. So remember, we're working smooth, controlled, mindful. Don't forget about the abdominal wall. A little breathing. If you don't feel the muscle in the back of the arm, it's likely you're not fully straightening the arm. Make that happen. Then we'll all be in this party together. Let's pulse. Never fully releases, but it does fully straighten. Oh my gosh, this arm doesn't take much. I'm going to try and hang out for the end of the next phrase of music. I'm done. You can just keep going if you want, but I'm going to take a break. There we go. Okay, do you have a pillow nearby? So I got enough pillows for everybody. I got like 4 pillows sitting over here. I bet you have a pillow nearby. Could you get a pillow? Bring it to your chair. So depending on the size of your pillow, you can just put it between your legs as we squeeze. But you see mine is big enough that it already begins to fold. Do you remember what I call this one? It's our Suzanne Somers Thigh Master. So as I place it between my inner thighs, I might want to hold the back of the chair to help my posture be upright, like this. It's hard because my pants are black and the pillow is brown, so I'm just going to squeeze. I'm sure you have a pillow or something, a towel, a blanket. something somewhere? Do you remember the name of the inner thigh muscle group? Well, we know the outer thigh muscle group are the abductors, AB. So the inner thigh adductors are adding as we close together. Now when we work these with a bit of resistance, it wouldn't be a surprise if later when you were sitting somewhere, I don't know, during happy hour or something, and you cross your legs and you get a little cramp. Happened to me. Just realize that these muscles also require a bit of toning. You can feel the inner thigh. So now we're going to do that little pulsing. Pulse, pulse, pulse. I'm not letting things go out. I'm just kind of pushing all the time. Ooh. Do you feel the F word? Fatigue? Zipper is still zipped. Breathing. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So what should I do about this? I will show you. I'm going to stand up, remove the pillow, watch where you left your toys, and you can come behind the chair, but if I'm back here you don't see me too well. So I'm standing this way so you can see me better. My knees will bend. Let's get up here. My knees will bend, and then my hips will go out this. It's very much like what we did when we did our warm-up, but with an emphasis more in the inner thigh, so you can hold on to the back of the chair or the countertop. Now, there may be a tendency to go forward. Keep your body upright. Push the hip of whichever leg, which that knee is bent, the other leg is straight, and you go until that inner thigh said, yeah. It will talk to you. You should listen to your body when she talks to you. All right, we'll go the other side. So I'm moving my hips over yonder. Now my body didn't turn. That would make it a hamstring stretch. So if I got out here, the hip, the knee, leaning over, but holding on to my chair. So strengthening the muscle group around the hip is really helpful. Now that doesn't help the hips, you know, when they get down to bone on bone. Because, you know, that kind of changes. Go ahead, take a seat. We're going to do some stretching. So we work our quads, we try and work our hamstrings, the abductors, the adductors, and then we try and stretch all those. So we stretch the inner thigh, we stretch the quads. Let's do a little bit for the outer hip. You know, the usual one. As I sit, I try to put my foot up there by itself. Do you remember this kind of like says, oh, let me help you? No, 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 no. See if you can get that leg up. And if you can't, of course, help yourself. So you have this ankle, knee, foot relationship, lifting up nice and tall, and then bring your chest forward. So when we do this one, it's to help keep a little bit of range of motion around in our hips, particularly useful for those of us who get into sedans and not SUVs. So sitting down into a car and getting out, this range of motion is really important. I remember I was taking a walk in the desert one time and I watched this lady getting into her car at her house and she backed in and I went, ooh, either she just had hip surgery or her hips are hurting, because as she approached her car, the door was open, she backed up, sat down this way, and then she brought her legs around, which was the whole ladylike thing. We used to be told to sit down that way because we all had to wear dresses. And in my era, the dresses were like up to your thigh. So yeah, you couldn't like do that. So we want to be able to step in and to step out. So if this is something that you're feeling, now you know we want to strengthen and we want to stretch. And that's not to say that issues, there is a thing called bursitis and arthritis, all those inflammations. All right, shall we switch legs? Switch legs. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Sit up nice and tall. It's just hard to sometimes shift from habits or things we know that we like to do. So, whatever that is for you, just work the process through. I don't think you have to be on the end of the pendulums. I'm kind of a gray area gal. I respect that we have parameters. I don't know that you need to live over here or live over here. But awareness and knowledge can really take you a far way in just living better in your body. And you guys are great. The fact that you allocate the time for yourselves, that you come with a playful mind, because I know some of the stuff I do is like, what? That's confusing. But we know that benefits us, that having to think on our feet. So we don't have to like everything that we do. You don't have to like your peas, but your mom said you should eat them because peas are good for us. So, I appreciate that you sample the offerings that I'm giving. All right, let's finish with some hamstrings. Toe up, back up. And so from a seated hamstring, make sure you're out at the front of the chair, otherwise that leg won't get straight. And where can you go and how does that feel? Now we didn't have to stretch the biceps. Do you remember why? So our order of operation, other leg, sit up straight, lean forward. Our order of operation today is we did a bunch of biceps. And then when we do the triceps, what are the biceps doing? Yeah, so we didn't really have to stretch them, but we did give a tricep stretch, so make sure you did that. So always keep your belly in. Be mindful. As we walk around in places, we don't want to trip, we don't want to fall down, but rather than looking down in fear of falling, kind of scan. And then when you know you're coming up to where there will be a step down or a route, if you're out on a trail, then you can look down. But try and keep your head up and work on good posture. Tighten the belly, bring yourself all the way up to stand. All the way up. Roll yourself around. Well, you get the rest of the day to go be you. I encourage you to have a wonderful rest of your day. And that means our weekend is upon us, because this, according to my watch, is a Thursday. So we shall see you when we see you. I'm glad the rest of you got into class. Sorry, I know I sent out a late email for that. I'll be better. All right. Some of you I will see tomorrow. So